Wow. That was not news that I thought I was going to hear.
Yeah, wild.
Can I say it?
Yeah, lost his arm in a factory accident.
When?
I was
Ev's grandpa.
my great-grandfather.
Great-grandpa.
Passed away. Not from the accident.
Really?
He died when I was like 2.
Yeah, anyone that has a great grandpa now is I don't think that's possible.
I had a great-grandmother until like 3 years ago?
That's impressive.
She was 99.
That's impressive. Imagine losing your arm in a fucking factory.
Yeah, he was straight off the boat from Italy. He had a job in the factory. He worked there forever. He lost his arm and he used the money to buy like a little shore house in Manahawkin.
Imagine that was you, Meek.
I don't want to.
It's funny. It's like basically it's like the place like on the other side of the bridge from like LBI.
Oh, got it.
On a lake.
Yeah.
But it's like literally right there next to the bridge, and it's all just like old Italians.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful
stuff. Pass it down so they got something from my great grand or my great aunt and my grandfather kind of like share it. It's like a mother side of the family thing.
Look at that.
There you go.
Shout out to Factory for getting that house.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, fuck the factory. I guess.
Yeah, fuck the factory.
He got a house that's passed down for generations.
And a house. A house is still up.
Yeah,
you know?
he did good with it. What a cold open.
What a wild cold open. I had to almost say the way it literally. The intro just stopped and Ev dropped it. Like, yeah, lost his arm. I go, oh. All right, last night it was Game 5. Game 5. OKC covered.
He got sweaty there for a second.
I mean, first of all, Pacers
got real sweaty for a second. They got sweaty whether they were going to win for a second.
Pacers in the third quarter. We'll talk about everything. So, first off, first story is Halliburton. Hurt, or is he hurt? I don't know, because he looked fine in the second half. He looked like he was just passing more, but like he didn't look like he was hurt.
I think I think like he's obviously dealing with like a little something. I think like generally he's fine. Like I think it's one of those things where this late in the season, no one's like 100% kind of.
No one is.
He obviously has like something with his leg is like messed up a little bit, but I think I don't think that's why he's didn't play well.
I mean, yeah, this is a guy that played in the Olympics last year, and now he's playing in June this year. It's like 12 months of not having any time off.
Yeah, he played a lot. Yeah.
Played a lot in the Olympics.
It was actually funny. I saw a clip of Josh Hart talking about his body right now. He's like, my body feels worse now than it did when I was playing. He's like, my knee is locked like this. Like I have to get up because it hurts so bad. Like. They're like, my body is obviously was hurting during the playoffs. It's crazy. You're playing every other day. It's a lot on your body. But then like when you stop, it's like it just like tenses up.
Well, I was gonna say someone like him, like you're playing all these games, you're getting like treatment every day, every other day. Like you got the massage guys and everything. And not that he can't get that at home, but I'm sure you're obviously not getting it day to day to the same extent you are like during a playoff run or like even during the regular season.
You can't just go into a training room and have someone like he's got like. Schedule. He's got to pay for it. He's got to do all this stuff, which is fine. But it's just like you're not doing that all in your offseason. You also want to give your body a second.
He's got like a few young kids. Like like you're taking a little time off right now.
100%. Get your mind away from it. But it's like Halliburton's definitely banged up. He was limping after a press conference. What? Game 1, 2? Or game 2?
I think.
Game 2.
There was one he had a bad where he hopped off, but I think that's part of what you're saying.
I think that's just when your body's exhausted.
It's like you're like he just like.
Everybody's exhausted.
These guys play at such a high level and so fast, and like the amount of like the way they're just cutting, stopping, all this stuff. It puts so much like pressure on your joints and your muscles and your legs and everything. Like a guy like him, like I think that's just what it looks like for like a high intensity athlete. Like
100%.
Like I think most guys are walking like that after a game, and I'm not saying walk off like the court like that, but like. Wait like an hour after the game.
When your body,
how they're like, you're obviously gonna be like a little stiff. Like,
your body's in shock. It's like you just went through 40 minutes, like insane at 48
super high
minutes,
intensity.
whatever it was, and you're just like your body's like, what the fuck's going on? And then when you stop, it's like, oh, like dude, we had practice yesterday. My back's in shambles. I didn't even do anything.
It's the cutting, stopping, jumping, like all these things are so like these like because basketball is so many like explosive movements.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
But my thing is just like, wait, 2 points? Did he get some at the end when it was blown out?
He had 4 points.
I was going to say.
4 points. That's just like, listen, I hate when it's like he might be hurt, because if he's hurt and he's playing through it, you got to give him credit. And he already said he's playing Game 6. Like, he's like, I've waited my whole life for this. Like, this is where I hate doing this, because he's obviously playing through something, but you can't score 4 points. And he was like minus 16 on the court at one point.
But he also, the thing with me, and this is not knocking him, but like he was amazing in Game 4.
Yeah.
So I don't think, like, it's not
4 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, it's not an injury thing. Like, he just didn't play as well, and it is what it is. Like, I don't think that has anything to do with the injury. Like, he had the same injury on Game.
Then my thing is, you'll never see SGA have a game.
Game
like
3,
that.
he played incredible. Like,
You'll
never see any like max contract player have a game that
4
bad.
points.
It's literally it's arguably the worst game in finals history from like a max level player.
It was so bad where I'm like, and he also like wasn't. He went to his point yesterday where me and Hubs kind of talked about, where it's like he's just not. He just stops being aggressive, and it's like,
yeah.
But then you see him be aggressive, and it's like, well, wait, he's really fucking good when he's aggressive. Why isn't he doing this right now? Because it wasn't like Siakam always. That guy's all class. He's just really good.
Yeah,
at all points, he's always good. He was great yesterday. But the biggest we were having this conversation before the show. The biggest question of the night. They were down probably from 11 to 14 for most of the game. The Pacers.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Most of the game.
Well, I would say like the first half they were up that much. Then
but then
the third quarter was obviously.
But that's what I'm getting to there. Down 11 to 14. Third quarter comes in. TJ McConnell literally on his back, all 4 guys on his back, just shooting. Unbelievable! Like, he was driving the lane at fucking
that's what
6'2". Like,
that's what he does. He just gets to the lane and he gets that little. He loves that little, like, either if he gets up the little like under move for the layup, little
spin,
scoop, or the spin. He cooks people in the spin, or he loves that little get to like 4 or 5 feet from the basket, little like fade away, like get that little separation. I mean, he became like prime Allen Iverson for the third quarter.
He played 6 minutes 40 seconds in that third quarter, 6 away from the field, 13 points, 2 assists, 1 steal.
Yeah, at one point he had 15 minutes, 15 points. It was like, what is going on? So you see that, right? He cuts the lead down to 4 at one point.
Yeah.
And it literally, when I say he did it, he did do it. Like, Siakam might have helped a little bit. Like, even defensively, he was all over. I forget who he was covering at that point, but he was all over his guy. He was unbelievable. Where I was like, if I'm texting the group chat about a guy, that means something's going on, because this guy was unbelievable. So he does that. Where is he in the fourth quarter?
Yeah,
Where is he? Did he play a minute?
4 minutes.
4 minutes in the fourth quarter.
And Halliburton played 9.
What are we doing?
It's tough because it's crazy. They go on that run even in the fourth where they cut it to 2.
Yeah.
It was a 2-point game with 8:30 to go.
That's what I'm saying. They cut it to 2, and then immediately the Thunder went on, was a 5-0 or 7-0 run, and they called a timeout. 3, and then he called the lay, and then you have the steal layup, right? And then that was we got it to 7.
Yep.
They called a timeout.
Yeah, like, we won't talk about Halliburton. Like, obviously, like, he's not 100%, but like, if you're not 100%, why are you playing 34 minutes?
1,000%. And like, when he didn't play in that third quarter, he was not on the court for that whole stretch. Mm-hmm. And TJ McConnell was going crazy.
Carlisle in a way to say, like, hey, this guy's not feeling 100%. Let me just ride the hot hand.
This is where I get with coaches, right? It's almost like Tibbs in a way, where it's like you're so locked in on these guys that you've played all year, and they're unbelievable. But I think it takes a different type of coach to, like, trust the hot hand that's not usual in that game. Like, TJ McConnell's always been on this team. Everyone knows TJ McConnell, how he plays. Was he ever that good? No, he's never had that many points in a playoff game, I think, ever. I don't even know how many points. Like, regardless, do you trust that hot hand way more in the fourth quarter? I think so, or at least try until it's really bad. He didn't do anything really in the fourth quarter, and then when it started getting crunch time, he was never in.
Yeah, I think it's tough sometimes because, like, even like, he is a pest defensively, but he also is limited defensively because he's so small.
100%.
And I do think, like, especially if you get like the Thunder's guards, they're big. Like, Shea's 6'6", big point guard. Jaylen Williams probably like 6'6" as well, like similar 6'5", like big guard. So I think there's, like, once they have, like, those two guys in the fold, both playing at the same time, then I think it's tough on McConnell because he's just so much smaller. Where, like, Halliburton at least has, like, the length. But it's like I see what you're saying because obviously then you're giving up like Halliburton can't do anything on offense. They can't stop this guy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But it's tough because it's also just like, I don't know. He was so good where it's like, at least try it. You're also been losing all game anyway, and this is the one that's getting you back in the game. Let's go for it. And you say like, yeah, he is limited on defense, but like, he's that guy when you're playing basketball that you just like, dude, get away from me. Mm-hmm. Like that's what you want, and you want that in the playoffs. Like he's so annoying, and like anyone, you guys don't like him probably because you like him,
good.
You respect him, but you don't like him because he's always against your team, and it's like he's stealing the inbounds. He's doing that inbound steal like the Jose Alvarado steal all the time. Like it's just like sometimes you need that to change a series, and he was changing it, and then it just kind of like went back to his starting five, and it just didn't go well.
This is a stat from the fourth quarter I want to give. The Pacers from the field shot 10 of 15 in the fourth quarter. Like, Siakam, 5 of 5. And the Pacers shot really well. They had 8 turnovers in that fourth quarter that just gave the game away.
That's what a lot of it was. That's how, like, we talked, like, Williams hits the 3, then he gets the steal. Like, they just got so many steals for layups, steals for easy buckets. Or a lot of, like, basically steals, they would just get to the line, steal, like wide open layup. Guy just comes, fouls them.
A lot of them were unforced turnovers. Like, they were just sloppy passes, sloppy decisions. Maybe it's a product of how fast the Pacers play. But, like, the OKC defense had them in hell in every passing lane.
No, they were great yesterday. I thought, and we talked about it a little bit in the chat, like, Chet didn't have a great shooting game.
Defensively.
He defensively was awesome. I mean,
that's what I was wondering.
He couldn't get to, like,
they don't want to attack the paint.
Besides McConnell, like, McConnell obviously got to the rim a lot, but, like, outside of that, they really, like, struggled to score inside.
I was just going to look at that because in my brain, I was like, Chet played a great game. And then I looked, I was like, ooh, he didn't play well.
He missed a bunch of jumpers.
But the blocks he had at the rim were like, he was like playing like a man yesterday.
Or a lot of times, 2 guys even came into the paint and like wanted, and he just would like deny it. Like they wouldn't even.
He had like
they
a
wouldn't even shoot
type
because,
like aura where like we're not even gonna try to. Yeah,
they would like get there. They would get to the paint, and then he would just be there, and they would just kind of like they would kick it out or just like move away.
I had a bet that would have won me $1,000 if Miles Turner scored 15 points. He had 13, but. They're weird with him a little bit. Do you feel like they're weird with him a little bit as well? Like they kind of like
only 24 minutes, yeah.
24 minutes he starts. 24 minutes. It's like it's almost like I thought he should be kind of going after Chet and like kind of being on him because he's bigger, he's stronger than Chet.
He's definitely stronger.
I don't know about taller, but he's about the same height. Like it's around there. Like it's almost like I just don't know if I think Miles Turner might not be able to keep up with Chet. Like back and forth.
No, definitely not.
That's the thing where I think, I don't know. Every time, because I've been betting on Miles Turner a lot, they do play him a weird amount of minutes and like at different times, and I don't know, very confusing. My takeaway of this whole series and like everything of OKC is Jaylen Williams is the MVP.
I disagree entirely.
Well, he was for this game. He was amazing. It was the best game he's ever had in the playoffs. I mean, he's incredible.
I had the prisoner of the moment take. Good. He's a really good player, really good game, but SGA in Game 4 basically like brought them back in the series. Like, he scored at their last like 15 or last 16 points. But
your
the series
point, that's
on the line, on the road.
That's fine. I had to get that. It's still, but then that's one game too. You know, like that's if you go also last night, and that's to one game. That's a huge swing game right there. And must
2-1 was the big swing game because that one.
But that's a must-win game last night. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's a good argument.
Like the game, but I would even argue Game 4, like literally, like that. The season was over. They lose that game.
I mean, it's going to be SGA no matter what.
Obviously, listen, they lose the game last night. Obviously, they'd have been a bad spot too.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's an argument.
It's the finals. Every game you lose, you're
exactly. That's why I think it's an argument.
Spot,
these are the stats. Like SGA's averaging 32 points in the finals. Like
but look how many more attempts he's had.
But that's also part of being the best player on the team. Like you're going to shoot 100%. The most.
But it's like more. It's just a lot more attempts and minutes played.
Honestly, crazy. No one else is averaging 13.
Well, Chet's been awful from the field this year. Look at that.
Crazy to think that.
37 and 14%. Like
I would say Caruso was bad. He couldn't shoot last night.
Caruso couldn't shoot.
Caruso had a bad game, but
he played good
Wiggins made up for it. Wiggins and Wallace.
It shocks me why Wiggins didn't play more. Like he's been so when they've given him extended minutes, he's been great.
I think when he misses his first shot, they just have such a quick hook.
They do.
Like
that's what it
night,
is.
They was like, oh, he's feeling it.
Also, Casey Wallace hit a bunch of threes last night. And he played really well. And honestly, who really came and set the tone. Hartenstein in the first quarter, they start him. He was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, and
I don't get the Hartenstein thing.
And I just love a guy. I know I like just glamorize this guy. He was a Knick. I get it. But like truly, like there's not many guys that can take 2 shot attempts and have an impact on the game like that.
No, but dude, it's crazy.
It's not only he's getting rebounds on like on offense, on like missed
all
free
the
throws, the hustle plays. I mean, even his passing, I can't stress enough. Like his passing is so big because you just don't get that from big men.
I just don't get why he doesn't play. It doesn't make sense.
What did he play? 20 minutes last night? I think 21 minutes.
He started last series. I know matchups, right? I get the matchups, but like he is showing that he can play with the Pacers. Like he's not
Absolutely.
like a matchup nightmare. It's actually helping him. The crowd fucking loves him
because his energy. That's why you see like guys like me and Meek, like Hubs, like we love him so much because when you see a full like couple seasons of him, he gets so many boards that he has no business getting that are just pure like effort boards.
He's got the fuck you attitude too.
Yes, he's a winner. He's a winning.
He'll fight anyone.
He's just a winning player. Like he just contributes to winning. I mean, like Shay's talked about it a lot. Like he's like the leap we've taken this year. Like it's not an accident. Like that he's around now. And Caruso, like even like Caruso, where he couldn't make any jumpers, he's still like defensively such a menace.
Shea doesn't sweat.
No, he's cardio king.
I see him at the foul line with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's dry as anything. I've never seen sweat. I think he has that disease, like not disease, but that thing that where he just doesn't sweat. There's just some people like that, and I just because I was like, is Jaylen Williams sweating? Jaylen Williams was sweating a ton.
Yeah.
Nothing on Shea.
A lot of the Hardenstein stuff, they don't want to run double bigs like versus that team, which. Like,
but it works.
It works. You're starting to see it more as the series goes on.
Yes.
If you don't want to try that game 1, maybe when you wear teams down more.
Where it's like they also were losing when he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was working right away where you're like, all right, I get it. It's like he's playing more and it just looks like it's better. Like I actually think
he was a -1 last night in the 20 minutes.
Yeah. But like regardless, so like that doesn't tell the story.
No.
But like he also is
plus minus is such a weird like
it also depends who you're on the court with. Like I don't know how much that's double bigs.
Because I do think it's like worth noting, but I feel like there are times when like some scrub can be on the court with like good players and you're like, look, he's a +30.
I think
or some guy who was great and then a bunch of bums.
It's like we talked about
and you're
Brunson last year. It's like, well, Brunson had a bad +1. It's like, look he was on the court with. Like he was on the court with Cat at all times.
I think it's always like worth noting, or maybe not always, but it's worth noting. But it doesn't paint the full.
No, it never does. But yeah, do you think the series is over?
No, I don't think it's over. I think the Pacers have a very good chance to win.
I think
I said it yesterday. I'm probably
for a game.
I'm probably going to be on the Pacers. I think what is it, 5.5, 4.5, 5. That's kind of what I figured.
When's the game?
Thursday.
And then if they win Sunday, they love that Sunday.
Crazy, it's crazy.
I think the Pacers definitely like. I would be really surprised if the Thunder just like rolled on.
They just don't give up in any games. Like they have like one game a series where they get blown out, but that's like about it. Like, and they already had that game 3. Like they just don't fucking quit.
Yeah, but they usually don't like that. The game 4 was their chance.
But that even felt like that was kind of like that ending was like an outlier for the Pacers.
That's what I'm saying.
In terms of like them just playing that poorly and just like giving the game away at the end. And the credit to the Thunder, like they just went and took it. Like Shea was like. Meek said Shea was unbelievable.
We're going to keep talking about the game,
I
but I just want to
stat for the Pacers
put the number up just because I want people to start while we're still talking about these things. Today we're gonna keep talking about this game. We're not done, but a bunch of things to talk about. But we want to take some calls today. It's just me and Evan. I haven't been on a show where we've done a lot of callers lately, so would love for you guys to call in. It's 1-888-786. 6522. It's 1-888-786-6522. Meek, are you going to be able to put them through? Because this computer is not on a thing.
If they call it, I can put them through.
Awesome, right? Yeah, call it. What were you saying, Meek? Sorry.
One of the stats for the Pacers in these playoffs is when they get to 110 points, they don't lose. Like, that's their magic number. And they were at 109
Pacers?
last night. Yeah. I have it right here. I can honestly share the screen. Like that's.
Oh, I've seen that. It's when they score 110.
When they score 110,
they're like
they
undefeated, right?
And even like
something
last
like
night,
crazy.
they were at like 105 or something, like 5 minutes left or something. Like
that's pretty crazy, actually.
Like that's their magic number, 110.
It makes no sense.
But it's so wild, even because last night, like, honestly, like, sweating that, like, -9, like, they could have easily scored a bucket. Like,
oh, yeah.
They missed a couple at the end where
it's kind of funny that
like, I mean, Mathern, like, turned it over. Like, it could have just a garbage layup that they score 111 and then.
He played bad last night, no?
Yeah, he definitely didn't play great.
He had good. I had room for rebounds, which was good, but he was horrible. 2 of 11.
How about you do your job and read and interact with the chat for once? Okay, Grady Jenkins, I just did.
How's our chat? Is it more positive these days, or still
positive.
Pretty negative?
You think Florida ends it tonight? Says Chris. I'm not gonna pronounce the last name. You think Florida ends it tonight?
Be careful with the names. You never know what they do. These people. Just don't. Yeah, don't.
Walk into a cancelable Seymour Butts.
Yes.
Ryan Smith said Nemhard scored 0 points in the second half last night. That's a highlight we could talk.
Yeah, Nemhard's
honestly,
weird,
I didn't even think about that. He really was.
He's going under the radar.
He's been a no-show in a few games. Like like obviously in like game 1 he hit that huge 3, like the step back, and he's had some big moments. But he's had a couple of games. Honestly, that was one I almost like forgot he existed last night. That's how like irrelevant he was.
Well, the thing is,
he was so just out of it. I barely even thought about him.
Do you find this weird, where your starting lineup, right? Siakam had the most attempts.
Yeah.
Out of everyone on,
like probably as he should.
Out of everyone on the team, 1000% he should. The next 2 people of the most attempts were from the bench. Is that a little concerning? Where it's Obi Toppin is your third most shot attempts, and your second was, there's 4 on the bench. Obi Toppin had 11, but he actually played. He was 5 of 11.
He played well. Obi
5 and 3. TJ McConnell, but that was also good.
He deserved it yesterday.
But Mathurin was bad. 2 of 11, and then the rest, like the second most was Nesmith, and Nesmith was 4 or 5 from 3 yesterday.
Yeah, he was good.
Like,
he was good.
You're almost like, why isn't he shooting more?
That putback he had over Chet was crazy.
Sick.
Chet legitimately didn't even know what happened.
Like Miles Turner.
That was a crazy play.
Miles Turner, 5 attempts. Nemhard was 3 of 8 and 0 for 2, and then Halliburton had 6 attempts. Like, I don't know. It's just like they're in that game, and their main guys just weren't doing anything besides Siakam. Like, it was just odd.
The thing, I'll even defend Halliburton here. It's like listen, 4 points for a guy like his caliber is inexcusable in a finals game, no doubt about it. But he is rare in the sense that like he truly is a pass first guy.
Yeah,
and like with the superstars that we've become accustomed to the last like decade plus, you don't really see that.
Score first.
Like I mean, who was the last one you said? Like Steve Nash.
Yeah,
that is even like a true like a superstar.
Yes,
like I think he didn't play in the finals.
But I'm saying he's probably the last guy that a superstar caliber player that you'd call truly pass first.
I mean, it depends how you view LeBron, I guess.
Yeah, but LeBron's like
he's just
there are guys that are like great passers, but I'm saying truly like a looking to pass more than looking to score. We'd have to go
deeper back, where like John Stockton.
Like I think Nash was the last guy that really was like that. So I like him scoring 4 is like it's egregious, but I think it's like a little bit less egregious than like I said, like when we talk about like Anthony Edwards, like when he never scores 4, he might score like 14.
Yeah,
we're like, what the fuck? And that's usually he scored 14 because he's like 5 for like 17 from the field.
Yeah, it's just like when you see OKC where their 2 best players shot it over 40 times.
Williams really he would just have the hot hand, so he really was shooting.
But Shea usually
Shea's getting 20, like no matter, like in sometimes 30, he's getting 20 up.
Yeah, 21 yesterday, but like
that's low for him. I feel like
that's low, yeah. But and he was also at 31 points. Like that makes sense. It's just more like I don't know. The Pacers sometimes it's good that they all have like everyone knows their role, they all do it, but sometimes you do need someone to step up. And yesterday they had just Siakam, which is like fine, but they had nobody else.
There was a small moment that stood out to me. It was the second quarter, was when he had a little up and under move. He like got aggressive, like on Halliburton, I'm saying. Got aggressive, went to the basket, a little up and under, got fouled. And it was literally for his first points of the game. Like he was going live with no points. And it just had occurred to me, I was like, I wish there are times where you wish you would see him be more aggressive.
Yes.
Because you see moments like that, like he gets aggressive, bang, like gets to the line, gets to the line. And he's a good free throw shooter.
When he's aggressive, he also gets in a rhythm. Like he starts shooting threes, he starts getting to the basket, getting fouled, and then he's in it. And it's like, then he's just like nowhere to be found. But it's just like you look at TJ McConnell too. You're like, he played 22 minutes at 18 points. What play him more? And I'm not saying like TJ McConnell is the best. Like I get it, but like play him till it's bad.
Well, also with them too, I feel like they don't really they don't play him and Halliburton together a lot.
Yeah,
they will like a very small amount, but like they don't really like
because he's the second unit guy.
That's what I'm saying. They don't really extend. I don't know if it would work either of them long minutes like that, like long stretches. I don't know how well it would go. But no, it's tough to argue like how good McConnell was last night and just how. I mean, he was at one where he thought it was a three and his toe was on the line, but like he was hitting everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, like there is some line of riding the hot hand, but
yeah, I don't know
also like I think you're constantly. I feel like it's in Carlisle's spot. You're constantly trying to battle like Halliburton's the guy that brought you here, but then like this guy's playing great, and not that McConnell wasn't a big role in you getting here too, but Halliburton's like your guy. Like
that's the hardest thing.
It's tough to just bench him. Like honestly, like Tibbs kind of did it with Brunson the one time. They just left him on the bench for a while. In the fourth quarter, when the second unit went on a run,
what I always say is
you got to like have that inner. You got to make that decision
about coaches. It's the hardest thing because it's like black and white. Like your black and white paper, right? I write down Halliburton, TJ McConnell, who's going in.
Of course, obviously
it's Halliburton, but as a coach, and it's also a championship. It's not like a game in December. It's like it's just. This is a championship. He's gotten you literally here, Halliburton. He's your best player. You're gonna not put him in. It's tough. It's hard to also. It's also, but the thing is, I do think Halliburton's a player that would be okay with it.
I think he is too. He's a pretty selfless guy.
Yeah.
It's also just tough too. Like obviously, it's a finals game, so we're gonna sit here and like nitpick these decisions.
100%.
That like Rick Carlisle is a great coach. Like these are decisions you got to make on the fly, and it's like you're dealing with the human element too. It's all you got to manage the personalities just as much as you manage like the game.
Yeah.
But I also think that's credit to kind of the reason they've gotten this far is because they have a bunch of guys that don't have an ego.
Was there any before we move on to the next topic? Is there anyone want to talk about the game or no?
There's 3 callers on the line. Yeah.
No. Did you answer the question?
You're talking about me or the callers?
The callers. Did any of them say did they want to talk about the game?
I think this guy, Jackson. Wait. Jackson, you're on.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jackson?
What's going
on? Not much. I just want to say I called in a couple weeks ago. I'm an OKC fan, and said how nervous I was for the series just because of the Pacers and who they are as a team. You just are never comfortable, no matter how. I think we were minus 700 before the series started, and that just felt crazy to me. And then I was in the building for Game 1, and Game 1 happened to that. That's all I could think about is like how it's just going to happen.
You picked the worst game to go to for you.
Yeah. I was scared to say it out loud last night. I could not believe they pulled McConnell. I just that was insane to me because that was what sparked their comeback.
But am I right though? Like as a OKC fan, he's the guy that's like, dude, get the fuck off get out of my face. Like he's just so annoying. But he was playing so well yesterday. Like, thank you for sitting him, right?
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't. I was scared to like say it out loud, but I couldn't believe he was on the bench for as long as he was in the fourth quarter. And I think part of it is like if you watch his drives, it's like our on-ball guards like Case and Wallace for the most part. We're like letting him drive because they think that like Chet's there, he's just gonna like there's no way McConnell's gonna score over Chet, and then he just kept doing it. And I think there was like going to be adjustments made, but it was. That was the worst feeling ever when it's just TJ McConnell was taking us behind the woodshed.
They had that. There was that one where he scored 3 trips in a row.
Yeah,
he just like this to the basket, little 4-foot mid range floater.
Yeah, he does this little like spin around and just like floats it over whoever, and it's like it feels impossible to stop. But
like
I don't know.
I feel like he's never missed a fadeaway from the middle of the paint.
No, never has.
He gets he gets inside, gets like the little separation, little whoop.
Yep.
He doesn't miss. He literally doesn't miss.
How do you feel about Game 6?
What'd you say?
How do you feel about Game 6?
I'm nervous. I feel like we're gonna go all out to close it out on the road. I don't think we want any part of Game 7, even though it'll be at home. I don't know that. I think we'll have as good as an effort as you can have to close it out on the road.
I actually think I agree.
Yeah, it's so tough because you just know the Pacers aren't going to go out without a fight.
Yeah.
I would just be I would not be shocked at all if the Thunder won, but I'd be shocked if they just like won by like double digits. That would surprise me. And it's just what they've been on the road too. Like I think they're like 1-8 against the spread, and the one was winning that game 4 that they were covering for 7 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's just this with the Pacers where you really take a step back and look at the series. They're an unbelievable comeback team, but like obviously OKC should have won that game 1, and like the series should almost be over right now.
I guess you could kind of, if you wanted to swap, like game 1 was way crazier of like a collapse, but I guess if you wanted to swap 1 and 4,
yeah, I guess
you'd still kind of be in the like same spot. But
it's exactly the Nugget series, game for game. It could not be more.
Yeah, it truly is. So this is, if it's a Nugget series, they lose this game.
That'd be a good sign for you though, because you win Game 7 by 1,000.
Yeah, if you can guarantee me a Game 7 win, sure, but I want no part of it.
No, I got you.
Pacers are an annoying team to play
because they're a team like, as much as you say, like that we talk about, like he's right. It really has been so similar to the Nuggets series. This isn't that. The difference is that Nuggets team was like on its last legs.
Yeah.
And they were Gordon like was on one leg. They were all exhausted, beat up. They have like a 7-man rotation.
Yeah.
Like these guys go 10 deep. So I mean it's a little bit different, but they're a team you wouldn't want to see Game 7 because you just know they're gonna fight.
100%.
Even in these games where they've been like blowouts, like the 2 games that they've covered at home, the Thunder, like Game 2, they always kind of like where even that game was like a blowout. It still was like under 20. They kind of kept it around, and then even like last night, like even it's 14.5, it gets extended. They still always just find a way to hang around.
Yeah,
like you never feel comfortable. You really don't. And obviously they've had all these comebacks in the playoffs.
And last thing before I get off the phone, I wish Vibbs was in there because everyone talking about the ratings deserves a kick in the dick because this has been an awesome series from the get-go, and it's people who were convinced it was going to suck because the ratings were going to suck just deserve a huge kick in the dick.
So I agree with you. It just sucks because like ratings will still be down no matter what because of the markets. Like that's just how it goes. And you're right. It's really, if you're a basketball fan, this has been a great finals. This is not the Heat and whoever played the other couple years ago.
Nuggets.
Like it's not even close to that. Like,
can I push back on that, Marty, a little bit?
Yeah.
I think the market thing is a good point originally, but like I'm a Kansas City fan as well, and that's a small market when it comes to football. I think once you like have these stars that become stars and are there year after year, the market thing becomes irrelevant. Like right now, it may be relevant.
I agree.
No, 100%. Right now, people are just learning. Unfortunately, casuals are just learning who SGA is. Like, he's the MVP this year. Like, he's just kind of coming onto the scene as like this superstar. We've known he was good last year and the year before, but like, he's now becoming one. Like, Chet also was hurt a couple of. Was he hurt last?
Like his rookie year, he was hurt.
Rookie year. Like he has
the last 2 years.
Yeah, but this is his like he's basically played 2 years. Like he's kind of just coming onto the scene. Jaylen Williams is now. No one knew who Jaylen Williams was.
This is his 3rd year.
To be honest, no one knew who he was until this playoffs. I really feel like they're really like casuals. Is what I'm talking about. But you're so right. Like the fact that the Pacers making the Eastern Conference Final last year and the final this year, and then OKC. If they win it, like you're 100% right. If they're back next year, that market shit goes out the window.
Yeah. So
no, it's a good call. Thank you for the call, dude.
It is. It's or like the ratings and like the actual entertainment value are just 2 like totally different things. Like he said the ratings are going to be. It's the markets in it. I agree with 100%. Like because think about like a Cleveland LeBron. Like Cleveland's not like a great market, but they got LeBron. And not that either like anyone in these teams are going to become LeBron. It's more just I agree with him. Like if Shea wins this championship, wins Finals MVP, and has a year where he won MVP, Finals MVP, like next year all of a sudden it's classic NBA talk, it's just sports talk. What immediately happens if the Thunder, especially if the Thunder win this, it's going to be like, oh, can they 2-peat? Can they 3-peat? Like Is it a dynasty? Like, especially when they see, the youngest team in the NBA, the youngest team to win a title since 1977.
Yeah.
Like, they have this young core that's all, like, locked in for the next few years. We talked about extensively the way they've set up the contracts perfectly. Like, all that's going to become a thing, and then once that narrative builds, then it'll build OKC, like, long-term in terms of, like, rating stuff, because next year, like, oh, my God, like, this team's incredible. Like, can anyone beat this team?
100%.
The East is weak. Like, whoever comes out of the East next year, or, like, can they survive it again? The West is a gauntlet. So all that will become, like, bigger storylines. I mean, being a champion changes everything. America loves a champion. It's crazy. Like, being this close, it's everything, though.
Yeah.
Like, the difference, like, look at, like, a Matt Ryan, for example. The way that if they had won that Super Bowl, the way he'd be looked at now, he'd be looked at in such a different light. Like, look at the way we look
He's
at,
a Hall
like,
of Famer.
Look at the way we talk about Matt Stafford now. Like, no one was giving him those same flowers in Detroit. He wins that Super Bowl. Now it's like you got like C.J. Stroud's like I'm like it's him and Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's right there with Tom Brady. Like they start
championships to go
like,
do a lot for
the way that you are looked at and accepted and respected goes such a long way when you become a champion.
Even you would respect Chris Paul if he won a championship.
Yeah, I mean, I would more. I definitely would. Of course, I would.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If he was the best player on a championship team, and you don't even necessarily have to be the best, but I think it really matters for those guys like quarterbacks or like in the NBA, like your star player. Like just the way you are talked about and revered is so astronomically different.
Yeah.
As opposed to not winning a championship. I mean, a guy like Charles Barkley, who's like a top 50 player, like in way higher than that. I'm saying like they do that top 50, 75, whatever. Like easily, he's like a top probably like 25 player ever, like not even a debate. And still, it's like they clown on him. Like, you never want to rank Dan Marino. Like, he's so much better than a bunch of these quarterbacks that have won. Like, I mean, ask anyone who watched it. Like, they'll all tell you Marino's way better than Troy Aikman.
Oh yeah,
Aikman won 3 rings, so it's like he's like
so just shut up.
Putting these weird like debates and all this stuff. It's all legacy stuff, but it's real in terms of like talking points.
And also, to be honest, it really kind of matters what you do right after a championship too, because that's also you win one championship. Sometimes they're like you're still looked at, you're respected, you get respect, but like sometimes if you win a championship and kind of just fall off after, it's like was that a fluke? Which is a conversation.
Sure. I think with NBA you can still NBA I think is different because you can kind of like carry it with you for a long time. Yeah. I feel like football they really like get like Aaron Rodgers, like they really love to like
if Joe Burrow never gets back to a Super Bowl, it's like then it'll be talked about, even though his defense might suck. Like it doesn't matter. It's like something like that. Because football's a lot harder to get back, I think, as well.
Yeah. Well, I think in football there's just more parity. There's more turnover because I think there's more variables. There's more players. Like the NBA, there's just less things that can happen.
Literally, injuries is like the only thing that can really stop. Like
then, granted, like I guess in football you could say like besides the quarterback, there's not like most teams don't have one guy that can affect it that much. But then you see like I remember a few years ago all the stats with like. When T.J. Watt was out, the Steelers are like a night and day, like a touchdown different defense.
Yep.
But in basketball, it's just so much like obviously one guy can affect it, but there's just so much less turnover. That like in basketball, you just know what teams are going to be good.
Yeah. Mika, another one.
Alan from OKC.
Good morning, boys. Yeah, as an OKC fan, this is truly something that I fucking need in my life. After what I've witnessed back in, 2013, I think it was. But I'm just curious on you guys' opinion on what I did here, as much as I would love to see the Thunder win. And first off, I might add, 100%, Marty, I agree that T.J. McConnell is an absolute prick, but I just love the way he fucking plays.
Yeah.
I just want to strangle him. And I do believe he's probably LeBron James at a 24-hour fitness. Like, this guy is an absolute stud. But, boys, this is what I did, okay? Look, I want OKC to win. I fucking want it. But am I wrong if I bet the Pacers to win the series?
Yes.
Right now.
To soothe that pain. To soothe the pain. Listen, boys, listen. I am somebody who loses temper. And for us to lose the way we lose after the season we had, I would be truly fucking heartbroken. So I just saw it as a degenerate gambler that I am, but I bet responsibly, might I add. Sure, I threw $50 on the Pacers to win the series and parlayed it with the Yankees money line. Am I wrong?
So let me explain.
For the record, the Pacers are plus 950 right now.
Yeah, okay. Talking as a normal, like my normal brain, no, that's a great move, 100%. I have Glenny Balls is notorious. He bets the Islanders to win the Stanley Cup every year, no matter what it is, just so he can emotionally hedge, knowing that he at least won something when his most like sad thing happens. That's like just he'd rather the Rangers never win as long as the Islanders never win.
I'm surprised Tommy doesn't do this with the Mets.
Tommy might do that with the Mets.
He might do it behind our backs.
Yeah, he might. I obviously especially you're also never going to get a championship where the other team is plus 950. You know what I mean? You're never going to get that. So no, obviously, but you're right, because if the Pacers do win, you're going to break your TV, break everything, but at least you got some money in your pocket.
Yeah, when I got that bet, I got the Pacers at plus 500, and then the Yankees was minus 2 something. I don't know. It was the easiest game I thought of. But Meek, since you brought up the Mets, I did also make a parlay for Game 4 where I bet the Pacers to win and the Mets first 5 innings, and that was the best $50 I ever lost because the Thunder ended up winning that game. Shout out to SGA.
There we go.
But I'm just somebody who is going to be stricken with just anger if we lose this shit. And I'm hoping it soothes the pain, but I don't know.
I'll tell you,
get your opinion, boys.
It won't soothe your pain, especially now because it's 3-2. But at least it'll help you. You could be like, you know what, fuck it, we're going out tonight, or we're gonna get a nice dinner with this money now, and say fuck it. So I do like the move.
I'm from California. There is no way I'm going out. This is going to fucking Bills.
So I have a question.
True. That's definitely going to Bills then.
Do you have anything to say to the people of Seattle that you're about to steal a championship from them?
No, absolutely not. Look, boys, I'm going to be fucking honest with you. I didn't have a team growing up. I didn't even watch basketball because my dad really didn't have basketball growing up. I just played it on the blacktop. And I really didn't pay attention until Kevin Durant. And then we all know how the fuck that went, so he can go fuck himself, that snake. But I still stay loyal. Russell Westbrook will always be my dog. I will never, ever badmouth Russell Westbrook despite what I hear in his game these days. But that's fine. I respect him still. It's just I've stayed loyal to this team since 2010 or 2011, and I'm never going nowhere. But it will just fucking kill me if I see another finals and we fucking fail it again.
Yep, that's a fair answer. It's a fair answer. Thank you for the call, dude. It's a good call. Great calls today
boys,
so
have a
far.
good one.
Appreciate you. Shout out the OKC fans out here.
Yeah, listen,
I respect the state.
Shout out GB.
I respect staying with them with the Durant departure.
I got to tell you something I don't like about OKC fans. Nothing about the people. The people seem really nice. I don't like the blue and the white and the blue.
I thought that too. I
don't like it. I like all one color.
I thought if you're wearing the white jerseys, go all white.
Do you like people saying courtside
I like the white
in a jersey?
I'm fine with that. I don't know why
you like people sitting courtside in a jersey?
Yeah, our boss did it, so I'm with it.
Oh no, there's someone else. I'm not sure. I like it.
I just got you right there.
No, I like it. I'm just saying there's some people here that don't like someone that sits courtside
did someone
for OKC.
do that yesterday?
Letter with foreplay.
Why are we doing games? Letter with foreplay?
No, we have no issue. It's only Bosco.
Oh, I like him.
It's only Bosco that's the issue with Trent. I don't think anyone else has a problem.
I've actually talked to him in person like a normal human being, and I enjoyed him. He seems like a good guy.
I never met him. He just seems, honestly, when he came on name the one time, I almost felt bad for on Bosco's behalf because I'm like, what an asshole Bosco is.
Yeah,
this guy's just a nice guy, just doing his thing, and he's just catching.
No, not doing his thing. He's doing exactly what we do.
He's catching ricochets from.
I'm not saying he's doing we copying us. I'm saying he's in our field of if you want to not like him because he works for a different company, I guess. But I like him.
I have no issues with him.
Yeah,
no issues.
I mean, he basically.
Never met him. I have nothing.
To be honest, he did what I did. He mushes everything. He's basically how I started. How can I be mad?
Someone on the line. This guy has beef with Mr. Ice apparently.
Oh wow.
No. Nemhard
well, I can't hear that headset. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I was wanted the topic was Mr. Ice.
I appreciate him coming in and going, no, I do not.
Honestly, I got to say, just the no. I almost thought that was Elio.
Yeah, it sounded
like the no sounded like Elio. I was like,
I wanted to talk about our friend, Mr. Ice. I'm worried about him. Did you guys see him on the weekend? He was tweeting asking for golf winners. And it's like, dude, the NHL finals have been over 5 games in a row, and you need a golf winner over the weekend.
I saw that tweet and I fucking lost my mind.
Was it Dave or someone tweeted that?
Dave tweeted something, and Elio went back at him, being like, "Oh, only if Caitlin Clark had one more assist." It's just you're so right though, dude. Elio is one of my favorite people here. Every time I talk to him, great, makes me laugh. But
I'm worried about him. I think we should all tweet at Mr. Ice today to lift him up, and maybe he'll get in the good spirits to bet a hockey over with the Ice people for one last time.
It's just
we've been cashing these tickets with our buddies online with Jay Sia and the Ice people, and we've been cashing tickets and stuff. But it's just we want Mr. Ice. It's not the same without him doing it with us.
This is unbelievable.
We can maybe lift him up today. And he'll want to bet some hockey with the Ice
people.
So,
has Elio not been betting the overs in the Stanley Cup?
Not at all. Not one.
I can't remember when the last
he's been
one
bad?
was. There was one in the Stanley Cup.
Oh, did he take one? Okay, I apologize. I just knew he had. Obviously, when there's less games, he only takes over. So, I mean, when there's less games, it's either basically he's just going to bet the over or there's not. Or he's not going to bet anything.
This would be a generational run he'd be on.
Well, that's what see. That's the part about the Ice people in the call, because you'd think a guy's off the overs and they hit 5 in a row. You're like, stay far away from.
They want their leader.
But they want him in. They would rather him in and then let the chips fall where they may than just keep riding.
There's nothing better.
Special. The Ice people are a special community. I respect it. I tip my cap.
And hypothetically, if Elio was betting the over and let it ride every time up until now, he could have easily bought his wife a car with he would have $128,000 if he rolled it over every time.
He did say he needed to buy his wife a new car.
Without question. He just had 5 in a row.
He would have been driving nice But okay, I had this call was to lift up the Ice people and Mr. Ice. So
I love it. No, it was a great call.
Let's hope we can get one in.
I want to text him, being
I might have to take the over. I think I have to take the over tonight now.
I just want to text him is everything okay? This is a dream.
If he's taking the over, I might have to fade.
See, that's Meek.
No, I would be with him no matter what.
That's what I'm saying. Meek's the opposite. Meek wants to prey on everyone's downfall.
But this is Mr. Ice. This is not a normal person. This is Mr. Ice. This is just if
power of the Ice people is
any
strong.
other random person's doing it, I'd be like,
McCarthy?
yes, he is here.
Wow.
I feel like I saw a ghost.
I legitimately saw a skeleton.
I'm surprised that any Chicago person's allowed in here. I don't think anyone from Chicago has been here ever again. I want to say the Kevin Durant thing real fast.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, one said, I saw that he was was open to join the Celtics at the trade deadline. Does he want people to get mad?
Well, that one I think that one he could have been like, oh, they traded me.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go to the Boston.
You know what
Celtics.
would have been awesome for him? He got Tatum went down and he still got the Celtics, so that would have been.
I do like that his preferred destination is now the Spurs, where it's he doesn't care about what he just wants to be the mentor to Wemby.
Did you see that Shams tweet? That Shams video when Iman Shumpert was talking about he thinks the best spot would be the Spurs, and he went
And now Shams said today it's more likely Heat or Rockets with the Spurs not as likely.
I said the Rockets was the move. I don't know if that puts him exactly where he wants to be. Is that a championship team right away? It depends who they give up. But the Rockets are missing a superstar. They're missing a scorer.
He wants to be in a place where no state taxes. Obviously, you look at all 3 preferred teams. He wants to play with a generational talent, which the Spurs have in Wembanyama.
But the Rockets don't.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, the Heat don't either.
The Heat don't either. Well, yeah, not generational.
They have a couple good players, not generational.
But
there's
the
only
Heat,
a couple that was what.
I do think the Heat would be. I think the Heat would be very good. The Spurs, it's I think the Spurs is almost not the right time for him to go there. It's the West is also brutal.
I just think he's just such a hoops junkie. He cares about
he does.
I got to play with Victor Wembanyama. He'll get to tell that story one day.
And who just went there? Did someone go there?
Fox.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox, and then they had the second pick.
And Stephon Castle.
Yeah, and Stephen Castle, Rookie of the Year.
It's a lot of upside.
So throwing kick because they didn't really get because obviously Wemby had the blood clot thing and went right after Fox got traded. So even last year they didn't really get to play much of Castle, Fox, Wemby. So throwing KD in there And then now it's like the 4 of them are like the starting, and then throwing whoever else.
I think they're trying to get KD without giving up Castle or the second pick. Or they may have to give up.
I think they could. I think they definitely could get him without giving up.
It's 1 year Kevin Durant. Like
that's what I'm saying. I think they definitely could. I mean, they probably give up like.
I wouldn't give up the second pick.
Probably like Devin Vassell, like maybe like a Keldon Johnson, maybe like so.
And maybe like they have a ton of picks.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like other picks that aren't the number 2 overall.
This is why I think the Suns should have traded him at the trade deadline.
They should have.
Way more than...
Because now
it's like we know we're renting him. We know Kevin Durant is not going to be this loyal like guy to our 1 year franchise.
So the one thing I saw, which is just hysterical, the team, that the Raptors apparently were pushing really hard.
They make no sense.
And it makes no sense. And apparently they were pushing in a way that said they do not care like if he signs an extension or not immediately.
Has any GM like lost like reputation more than Masai Ujiri over the last since that title?
When's the last big free agent the Raptors have gotten? Huge free agent.
Like never, because no one signs in Toronto.
Exactly, because you think about it, you have 42 games away.
41.
Yeah, 41. Gotta go through customs.
41 games away, customs, and also you get paid in like differently with like it is like. The worst spot you can. It's a great spot to be, I think. Like Toronto, I think like
you own like a country. Vince Carter's talked about it, that it was like when you're like the guy, it's incredible.
It's incredible, yeah. Like even like I talked.
Toronto's a great city.
When Terrence Ross was on the team, and like he was like, I won the slam dunk contest, and he was like, I was hanging out with Drake. I'm a superstar there.
Corey Joseph was in a Drake lyric for just playing there.
Yeah. Dude, like that's the thing. Like, if you are in more basketball, not the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, when like Joey Bats was there, it was big. Like it was bigger. But like basketball is everything there, and if it obviously hockey is. But
I was gonna say hockey's everything.
No one cares. Like, their team loses all the time.
But
so
they still love them.
Do they? They might hate.
Yeah, they love him. But the Maple Leafs, they
love and hate.
Die for the Maple Leafs.
Biz didn't even play for the fucking Leafs, and he loves them.
It is funny. But yeah, no, it's just like when I see them go, like Kevin Durant's the last guy in the world that would go to the Raptors.
But if they trade him, you wouldn't have a choice.
I think that the Suns are like weirdly like working with Durant, making sure he like wants to. I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't seem like it seems like it's free agency for him.
The Raptors roster is just such a mismatch of like guys that just don't fit. Like R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickly, Brandon Ingram's just there. They trade for him for whatever reason.
On the Raptors?
See what?
When did that happen?
Yeah, mid-season.
And then Grady Dick.
And then you like look at this like, you see all these trades like what Bane went for, and Mikal Bridges went for. It's like they had OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam, and they got back Dick for them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they did not do.
Like
well
how do you get zero?
The thing is, he won a championship. What year was that?
2019.
2019.
So zero picks for OG Anunoby like isn't being talked about enough.
Yeah, no.
Like Pascal Siakam, I think got 2.
Do we have any more calls? We're good.
I think we're good.
All right. Let's do some picks, Ev.
So tonight.
Before you go,
Ohtani
did pitch.
Good call, Meek. No
under
1.5 strikeouts.
Under 1.5. It was very.
What do you had? 0, right?
He had 0 strikes. He got to two strikes and a lot of batters.
People are talking about 1 strikeout, but it didn't happen. I asked you this, Ev. If he pitches this year, right? Say he pitches, Meek. What's a reasonable number of innings he'd have to pitch this year?
Let's say, I don't know, 40?
I was going to say 40. I was going to say 35 to 40.
Because I'm trying to think, like, what's the start for him? Like, is he going to build up a pitch count? If he's going to, like...
He pitched 1 inning yesterday. Like, he couldn't build that up. Like,
and they're saying he's going to start once a week, and there's, like, 12 more weeks left in the season?
Yeah, so 40 innings, and he's got, like, a 5 ERA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not good, obviously. Does that taint his MVP thing? Because when he was good at pitching and good at hitting, it made him a definite MVP. But now you have to also be judged on it when you suck at it, because also like he didn't play the field last year, you know, like I don't know, it's a weird conversation.
No, I thought about that was like the first thing I thought about yesterday when he let up when I saw you first and third with no outs. I was like, is the ERA going to destroy his ERA MVP case?
9 ERA.
Or you
I think if he pitches
report like this, which is just lame.
Well, you're a loser.
Bloop single.
Alden Gonzalez, whoever he is, should be should be an ESPN reporter.
Ashamed.
Are you kidding me? You're ashamed. Because, I want you to, every time Max Fried pitches and the one does bloop, I'm like, that didn't count. It's bloop. She should have, the umpire missed a call. Doesn't count. Aaron Judge should be batting 550 then.
He hit 100 miles. He hit 100, though.
28 pitches, 16 of them were strikes. Like,
It's just like, that's just what baseball is, dude. Like,
it's like, he threw 100 miles an hour. He
do you
didn't
know
throw
how many
strikes.
times guys hit fucking rockets and it's just right at somebody? You know what? That one only counted as a half an out. What are we talking about?
Crazy.
I hate when people do that. Like, how do you think that's okay to like report like that? I think it's insane. But yeah, I do think listen, if he pitches a significant amount of innings, which is like, I think 40 is good enough, and he's got a 5 ERA, I think that taints his MVP.
I kind of think it should too a little bit, because even going deeper than that, like if he's in that spot, like, are they going to pitch him in the playoffs?
That's a good
It
question.
depends, like, who they have, like, available.
Because I was going to say, like, if things go the way you want them to, like, he doesn't pitch, right? Like, I mean,
Well, Sasaki also is just.
I guess if you go the way they want him to, he like starts pitching well, and then you want to throw him. But I mean,
Sasaki just stopped.
He didn't know when he's coming back.
He stopped throwing. He said he can't even throw.
And also, Ohtani's full start is on YouTube. It has 1 million views in 13 hours. Full start, 1 inning pitched.
it's so funny.
It's actually really funny. What's the last thing on? Is that the MLB YouTube?
Yes.
Go to the MLB YouTube real fast. Don't click on it. Actually, it's on YouTube. You can watch it. But go to MLB and what's their last video?
Ohtani.
Anything that's not Ohtani or Judge.
The last 2 are Ohtani. And then it's just highlights from games.
How many views does that have?
The highlights, how did they have the highlight? Oh, the Dodgers one is 237K. All these other ones have 24K.
24K.
Yankees 122K.
24,000 views.
A 1 inning start is 1 million views. In
Him having a
12 hours.
very like kind of a bad first inning.
Well, that's the thing is, your AirPlay just came up.
What?
It says AirPlay passcode. Seagal's iPhone.
I don't see it on my screen.
Oh, that doesn't matter, you know.
It's not on the YouTube screen.
Something with just the screen there and the.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? That's literally just like Japan waking up and watching it start.
100%. That's exactly what it is.
It's just like
Also, I mean, I think it did help. 1 inning's an easy watch.
easy watch. You're
You're not sitting there through like 6
How
and
are
a
they
third.
gonna build him? He's like, we're gonna build him up like every week. It's like, can he get to 2 innings next week?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Can he get an easy inning?
But what do you think about the MVP thing? Do you think it does?
It depends how good of a hitter he is. Like if he goes 50-50.
Where is that right now?
Where is that right now?
I think it hurts him
It does hurt him.
because it's just like
If I were voting, I wouldn't base it off that. But the voters just, like they suck him off.
I think it would have to at least be taken into like some consideration.
yeah. No, I think you have to.
Even if it's just slightly, it's got to be just like a little bit.
It also depends like who's like taking the MVP over him. Like is P. Crow Armstrong keeping this up? Is
Yeah, fair. No, it's fair.
Is watching this Japanese
Yeah, that K-pop just came on, I
K-pop.
believe.
It's not on YouTube.
Someone's doing
A
this.
form of K-pop just
Who
came
is
on.
doing this?
Choice.
It's not on YouTube.
This is wild.
What?
It's no one's. No,
I know it's not you, but someone is watching this. Does that mean someone in the office is watching this?
Cape, I guess.
Hey, Fishbowl was watching this or something?
No, I think
They had
someone's
some
doing it right now.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know who could.
But if Swicey, I think, just put on a hell of a show. What a performance by Swicey. Good for them.
Sorry, Joey Chestnut just texted me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's
Back in the game.
He is back in the game. That's huge.
Good to have him back.
That is huge.
July 4th, right around the corner.
Very excited.
It's great. Just a couple weeks away.
They needed him.
Yeah.
All right, what's your pick, Sev?
I think I might have no choice but to take that over. I think that caller inspired me. Take the over in hockey. In baseball, I'm gonna take the over 8.5 in Diamondbacks Blue Jays. Under 8.5 in Mets Braves.
What did Rico hit that he's 1-5 and only -1? Why is Rico only taking 6 bets this
I don't
summer?
know.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Me and you are the only ones that really.
Well, look at those. Me.
Well, I wasn't here for a week, so that didn't count.
tweet.
I
tweet out plays every day.
Yeah, I don't. I
tweet out plays every day. Or I would say like I would say most days definitely.
Keep going with your picks though. So.
No, that's it. I'll tweet out like the only ones I have locked in are over and Blue Jays, Diamondbacks 8.5, under 8.5, under 8.5, Mets, Braves, and I'll take the over in the hockey game.
The Phillies plus money yesterday or like even money was like the easiest bet of all time. I'm going with the Pirates today. I'm gonna go with the Pirates today. Falter's not bad.
Well, you're gonna take the Pirates today. I'm just gonna give you a stat on the Pirates. They're 10-1 on Wednesdays. Today's Tuesday, so you probably want to take them tomorrow.
me and Meek were on them. Actually, I didn't even know the stat when I took them last Wednesday, but now I'll have to.
Wednesday Pirates are gonna be a tradition.
Now I'll have to be on them again.
I'm also the Rockies whisperer. They won again yesterday.
They might win the series.
I'm not gonna take them today.
That's a reeling.
Yankees minus 1.5. Kyle Hendricks literally throws 84 miles an hour now.
He should have retired. Like
the Yankees haven't scored a run in 21 innings. I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, last night was
embarrassing. Volpe embarrassing.
Like, atrocious, absolutely atrocious.
I'm gonna go with the Braves. I'm going with Schwellenbach. I think Schwellenbach's just really good. It's nothing.
We haven't touched him in his last like 3 times he faced him.
I'm on the under. I like Peterson too.
Oh, I hope Acuna fucking really just has a good series against you guys, so I can just talk to Clemmer. Not for you. I've already accepted the Yankees and Mets are going to play the World Series this year.
Okay.
I have. I think
I thought it would happen last year.
No, I think this is the year because I think the Mets are the Dodgers are in real trouble. I think this year. They're really good, obviously, but their pitching staff is so hurt.
Their lineup is so good.
Yeah, but their pitching staff is so hurt that like someone could steal a series.
I mean, they're so hurt. I get it, but like. Even they do a bullpen game like last night.
They were so hurt last year.
This one's really crazy.
It's like, yeah, you could score 6 on them. They'll score 10 on you.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Brewers against the Cubs.
Wow.
Yep. And then I am going with the Astros. This guy is against my guy, JP Sears. Who's Alexander? Is he like, is that an opener? He's got.
Is it Scott Alexander or Jason Alexander?
Jason.
Opener.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, he must have just pitched 1 inning because he has an 18 ERA.
Yeah.
Meek, you got anything?
Only on hockey tonight. My Johnny B keeps giving me goal scorer winners. He keeps going 1 for 2, and when you get plus odds, it's profitable. So I'm gonna go with Corey Perry plus 310 and Matthew Tkachuk plus 200.
Love it. All right, that's a good show, fellas. Thank you for everybody that called in. It was great calls. It's me, Ev, and Clemmer. Me, Ev, and Hubs tomorrow. And we'll be back. Watch The Dozen. Someone's still watching some K-pop. Watch The Dozen today. Watch everything else that comes out. See you guys.